Hi everyone, so my name is Marianne. I'm the counsellor and the owner at Marianne Hanson Counselling Service, and what I want to talk about in this video is something that I think a lot of people will be able to relate to, and that is embracing your natural state or your natural emotional state. So when something negative happens to us, the tendency is to want to quickly, as soon as possible, get past that emotion, move past it, not think about it, not feel it. And the difficulty with that is that all you're really doing is you're either suppressing that emotion that you're feeling, or you're not embracing your natural emotional state. Now, as a counsellor, there's so many people that will come to me and the first thing they'll say is, maybe they've had a bereavement or a breakup or something really negative, and they'll say, I don't want to feel sad, or I don't want to feel like this anymore, or this is too painful. And I'll always sort of say, like, some psychoeducation is what we call it, is where we explain to the person the emotions that they're feeling. But what I always say is it is natural for you to feel sad if you've had a bereavement. It would be unnatural and abnormal, not abnormal, because to be fair, some people don't experience pain or feel anything, they're still numb or in shock, but it's not unnatural to feel sad. So why do people not want to feel sadness or pain when it's an emotional state that you're natural to be feeling in that moment? So, and a good example is the other day, so I don't talk about the loss of my sister much. I'll talk about the loss of my dad more, but because my sister's circumstances was that she took her own life, and I have made videos where I've touched on it, for the first time in 4 years, 4 years, I was having a discussion where it came up, it was part of the conversation, and I started talking about my sister, and I started talking about the actual events that led up to, when she passed away. And in that moment I started to feel sad emotions, and I did prevent myself from crying and from getting upset at that time, because I was on a call and I was talking to someone. But then afterwards, what I felt was that I felt like a sense of relief that I've talked about it, and here I still am. I'm still, nothing bad happened. Even the next day I woke up and I felt a little bit, I was missing my sister. I was feeling those same emotions that when I was talking about it. There's nothing wrong with that. So what I'm really trying to say to people is, don't run away from your emotions. Don't try to live life where you only feel the positive emotions. So when you're happy, yeah, give me more of that happiness. Joyful stuff, yeah, give me more of that. We don't need to judge the emotion. We don't need to say, well, because we feel sad or because we feel pain, push that one away, suppress that one. Don't fear any emotion, have them equally. But if it's your natural state that you're feeling, you're feeling low on a certain day. And also, I just want to add to this, there's a difference between being in a state of sadness that will lead to depression for long periods of time. This is another thing I always say to my clients. If you need to also differentiate between levels of anxiety, levels of sadness. So everyone is going to feel low at points in their life. Everyone is going to feel anxiousness or nervousness, and that is a natural. If you've got an exam coming up, or you're getting married, or you've got a big occasion, it's fine to feel anxious and nervous. I'd say it was actually unnatural to not feel anything if you've got a big thing that is going to make a big impact on your life. So don't try to say, well, I've got a wedding coming up, or I'm doing renovation. These are the sorts of things people will come for counselling for. And I don't judge anyone. I'll just explain to them, it's natural for you to feel nervous if you've got a big exam coming up. It's natural for you to feel nervous if you've got a wedding. So instead of trying to fight with that emotion, I don't want to feel like this. Can you help me to change and feel differently? Well, what about embracing that emotion? Okay, well, after the wedding, are you going to feel the same? After the exam, are you going to feel the same? But then there's a difference between that and having general anxiety, and the same as with low moods. You can feel low because you can be having a bad day, and that's another thing I say to people. Have a bad day. Say to yourself, today I'm not myself. Do you know how many times even as a counsellor for 14 years, there's days where I'm just not having it. Everyone's irritating me. I just want to be left alone. I'm snappy. I try to keep myself to myself when I feel like that. I don't ever push past that day and say, do you know what, I need to snap out of this. I need to do some meditation. I need to go for a walk. I need to be different, because I know that it will pass. And I also accept and just embrace it and say, do you know what, I woke up today and I'm not my best. So what I'll do is I'll deal with it. I'll get through this day not at my best. I don't have to try to work towards having good days every day. It's okay to have up and down days. But the key thing is embrace your emotional state. It will make your life a lot easier. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to feel angry, you know, as long as you're showing that emotion in an appropriate way and you're not smashing things or shouting at people. But don't push emotions away. Don't suppress them. Don't judge them. Don't try to make yourself feel like you have to be a certain way. Just embrace your natural emotional state. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to share it with other people. Also feel free to leave your comments. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.